Hello, this is Dax. I'm recording this video because I was simply having a little thought process today and I decided to record it for posterity, and I placed it on YouTube so that anyone else who wanted to listen to me ramble about this stuff could. I don't know, maybe you've got a few ideas on the subject yourself. What I was thinking about today was, it started out with a sign that I saw that was referring to how we should all be thinking outside the box. And it kind of led into another thought where I was thinking about the spiritual teaching that almost every major religion has. The teaching that the best way to freedom is through surrender. And these two things, they were rolling over in my mind, and I started putting connections together on the subject because this is something that I've been wondering about for quite a while now. How could surrender generate freedom? Because it sounds counterintuitive. But what I realized when I was looking at that sign, when we focus on thinking outside the box, that is our goal. Think outside the box, be different, be an individual. Don't be like anyone else that you know or is out there, anything else. Don't be a zombie. When you start thinking in those terms, then suddenly you get very egocentric. Egocentric meaning centered on the ego. It doesn't mean having your nose in the air or anything like that. It just means that you're focused on yourself, your own thoughts, your own ideas, your own beliefs. When you do this, you start to develop the mentality that you know more than everybody else. You're right, they're wrong. And once you're at that point, you suddenly believe that you have the right to force your will on others. It's at that point that the pursuit of the self, the pursuit of being an individual, suddenly creates a tyrannical society. You now have a society where everyone's been trying to force everyone else to their beliefs. Now you've only got a very small group of individuals who control the thoughts of everybody else. You can go against that, you can think differently, but you'll be ostracized for it, and most people aren't willing to be ostracized. People will insult you, attack you, smack you down for thinking differently from what you're allowed to think, all because we are all pursuing free will. We are all pursuing freedom of thought as we know it. But if you do the opposite, and you surrender your will, what that does, it doesn't do anything for you directly, personally. But what it does is all these people around you, it relieves the pressure off of them. Suddenly, when you surrender your will, you're freeing them to think the way they want to think. You're freeing them to believe what they want to believe. And the reason you're doing this is because there creates a situation where they can come to you with these thoughts and know that they won't be judged. Now, what starts to happen once enough people around you start being freed of their thoughts, well, now some of them, not all of them, probably not even most of them, will then start freeing you to think the way you want to think. The pressure's off, and you now have a circle of people that you can be yourself around. And it didn't really even occur to me till today that is how surrender creates freedom. It doesn't create freedom by doing anything magical directly to you. It creates freedom by removing the demands that other people place on you. So anyway, that's just my thoughts for the day. I thought I'd share them with you. Hope it does some good. I wish you well.